In this problem, I'm going to solve for the equilibrium quantity and equilibrium price. You'll notice that the supply and demand for a certain textbook are given by P equals 1/5 Q squared and P equals -1/5 Q squared plus 40. To find the equilibrium quantity and price, set the supply equal to the demand. So I'll set 1/5 Q squared equal to -1/5 Q squared plus 40. To solve for Q, I'll move every term with Q squared to the left-hand side. I can do that by adding 1/5 Q squared to both sides. So on the left I have 2/5 Q squared equals 40. I need to get this Q squared alone, so I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal, 5/2, on both sides. The left hand cancels. I'll cross cancel the 2 with the 40 to get 20, and Q squared equals 100. Now, to solve for Q, I need to take the square root of both sides. Taking the square root of Q squared simply gives me Q, because Q squared is actually Q times Q. If I take the square root of 100, I get plus or minus 10. However, you can't have a negative quantity, so I don't need the negative value. So if the equilibrium quantity is 10, I can find the equilibrium price by plugging 10 into the supply equation or the demand equation. I'll choose the supply equation because it looks easier. I have P equals 1/5 Q squared, which is 10 squared, and when I square 10, I get 100. So P equals 1/5 times 100. I'll cross cancel the 5 and the 100, and I'll have P equals $20. So then the equilibrium quantity is 10 books to sell for the equilibrium price of $20.